are now ready for the most unbelievable lamb chop you've ever had in your life. I'm going to prepare them with the sunflower seed vinaigrette. You are going to love them. They are wonderful. But most of all, I am going to prepare a roasted garlic with fresh rosemary. I want you to see exactly how simple it is. I have cut a beautiful bulb of garlic. Now I'm taking the whole bulb, as you can see, and I'm cutting it in half. I cut it in half, and I'm putting a touch of olive oil, very little olive oil now, about let's say 2-3 tablespoons. And I want to use fresh rosemary, and I mean fresh rosemary. Whatever you do, don't even think for a second of using that dry rosemary because it doesn't work. I'm going to go in my oven right now. It doesn't even compare the flavor of dry rosemary. I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to leave that in the oven for about 35 minutes at about 400 degrees. As a matter of fact, you know what? I have one is already cooking in here. In fact, I'm going to take that one out because it's already ready. You leave it in there 35, 40, 45 minutes. The garlic should be like butter. Should be soft like butter. You put it on your bread. It's unbelievable. Now, let me make sure my grill is ready. I'm putting a little bit of that spray, non-stick spray. You can use a non-stick spray if you want to. You don't have to. It just avoids the lamb chop from burning. Now, I have marinated those beautiful lamb chops right here. And remember now, whatever you do, use American lamb chops now. Nobody like America can raise lamb chops. They are so much nicer. Look how big the eye of those lamb chops are. I have marinated them in olive oil and garlic and fresh rosemary, of course, to complement everything that I'm serving. Okay? Now I'm taking a little bit of the extra oil out. I want to make sure there's not too much oil. I'm going to put them on my grill. And I'm going to grill them to a perfect medium rare. And while the lamb chops are grilling, I am going to start my vinaigrette. But before, holy macaroni, I'm burning everything here. But before I start my vinaigrette, I'm going to share with you the ingredients that I'm putting in. Right here, I have some cumin seed, and I have put in 1 tablespoon of cumin seed. Right here, I have put 4 tablespoons of vinegar. Here, 2 tablespoons of sunflower seed, a half a cup of tomato concassé, 1 teaspoon of fresh thyme, half a cup of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of hot water, this is my magic ingredient, a 1/4 cup of grapefruit or orange juice, a little salt and pepper for seasoning. That's it. I'm going to put all this ingredient in a blender in a little while, but before I do so, I am going to open up my cumin seed. Just regular cumin seed. I'm going to put them in a pot with just a hot pot just for a second. Now I'm going to turn my lamb chop on the other side. I want to create a nice crisscross effect. So you see already how much smoke I have. Now if I would have left all the extra oil, it'd be even more smoky. I couldn't even see you in the studio. That's why I took the oil out a little bit. Now my cumin seed are just getting a little hot here. That opens up the flavor. And I'm going to add my holy macaroni. Look how hot it is in here. Very important when you reduce vinegar, you must reduce it with big bubble. I put 4 tablespoons. I want to wait until there's only 1 tablespoon left. Now, I'm going to add my sunflower seed. It's very interesting. It's got a beautiful nutty flavor. I'm going to add my tomatoes. I am going to add my thyme, fresh thyme. Remember, everything I use, it's fresh. Then we're going to use our oil. And remember my secret ingredient, 2 tablespoons of hot water. This will help emulsify everything. And a little sunshine, a 1/4 cup of orange juice. Oh, this is wonderful. A little salt and a little pepper to balance. And I'm going to just turn all that on and let it brown. What all that is doing, let me turn my lamb chop on the other side, making sure they are fine. A little bit brown here, that's fine. Now, while that's happening, I am going to put my vinegar and my cumin seed right in my blender. I'm going to let all that blend together. When all that is working, I am going to start my green beans. I'm going to give a nice little flavor green beans. Let me make sure my lamb chops are fine. I do not want to overcook them. I want a nice green, medium rare, but I want to cook them enough so then they have nice flavor from the outside. Now, I'm going to put a touch of butter right in here on my fry pan. I'm going to put a touch of olive oil. Then I'm going to sweat my onion. I'm putting only one. Mamma mia, it's making so much noise that I can't hear anything. I don't know about you, but holy mamma mia, that was so noisy. I am going to saute my onion just a little bit, just to sweat my onion. And while my onion, I'll let them sweat for a second. Make sure my lamb chops are fine. As a matter of fact, they are. I'm going to put them on the plate here for a second. You see how quick it took for my lamb chop? It only took a couple of seconds. And all I want to do now is just put them aside while I finish. Let me turn that off. I just want to take a couple of more seconds finishing my beans. Very, very simple. My lamb chops are cooked. What do I do with my green beans? Very, very simple. Everything is finished. I put my onion. Now I want to put a little bit of garlic, just for flavor. Remember now, the minute you cook with garlic, the minute you smell it, the minute it's fragrant, you must immediately stop the cooking process. How do you do that? Well, you can stop the cooking process by putting liquid. In this case, you can put a little tomato concasse. The coolness of the tomato concasse will stop the cooking process with the vinegar. And if that doesn't do it, then put a little chicken stock. Very simple. I'm putting a quarter cup of chicken stock. Now, of course, I'm only doing it for one. If you're going to do it at home with more, you can do it. Here I'm putting about, oh golly, mackerel, I didn't count them. That would be about a cup. That would be about a cup of green beans. I'm going to add a good tablespoon of roasted pine nuts and a good tablespoon of Kalamata olive. Nice, big, black Kalamata olive for an incredible flavor. Wonderful flavor. I'm going to let that cook for a minute. Now, of course, the green beans, I didn't tell you that because I forgot to tell you, but now the green beans have been poached in water for 7 or 8 minutes. You must always do that. When you cook green beans, a little salt and pepper, see, putting a little pepper, a little salt. When you do green beans, you must poach them in water before. And then all you have to do is infuse a little extra flavor on it at the end, just exactly as I'm doing on the fry pan. Okay, everything is ready. Let me get my plate. I'm going to plate a most wonderful lamb wrap. Now, I'm taking this garlic that has been in the oven for 35, 40 minutes, and it has been infused. I hope you can see it. Let me show it to you. It has been infused with the beautiful flavor of fresh rosemary. Please, whatever you do, make sure you use fresh rosemary. Look how beautiful it is. And you know what? You can serve it like that. And if you never have fresh whole bulb of garlic like that, you must try it. It is incredible. It's like butter. It melts. You put it on a piece of bread. Oh, it's wonderful. Okay, now I'm going to put my green beans. I'm going to organize my green beans nice and neat on the side. You know, it's very important to take the time. Now, of course, you don't have to do that at home if you don't have all the time. You can kind of put it a little bit family style. But, you know, in Sunshine Cuisine, I always put the big emphasis in preparing everything nice and neat and organize it nice. So that's what I'm doing right here. And I want to make sure you do the same thing at home, too. I mean, when you have the time and you have guests, take the time to organize everything. It only takes a couple of extra seconds. It's not that big of a deal. And look, you put it right here on the side. I'll tell you what, oh, it makes such a big difference. Because don't forget, you eat with your eyes as much as you eat with your palate and your taste buds. So it's very important to decorate it. Now, I'm going to take the vinaigrette that I have right here. Let me make sure it's nice. I'm going to strain it. I'm going to strain my vinaigrette. Oh, if you could smell this beautiful flavor that I get out of the sunflower seed and all of it, it's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful flavor. So I'm straining it a little bit because I don't want too much of the inconsistency. You see, I don't like any of the seed, whatever's left over. So I am going to just put a little bit. Let me get myself a ladle or a spoon, and I'm going to put a little bit in the bottom of the plate. Now you see, this is so wonderful, so fresh, and so new. This is really the kind of food that we do at Sunshine Cuisine. A whole different experience. See how simple it was. I mean, piece of cake. Much easier than a piece of cake, actually. 1, 2, 3, boom, that's it. You have your vinaigrette ready. Let me just get the rest of my chops right over here. And I am going to decorate them nice and neat. Make sure they are all in the same direction. It's so very, very, very important to decorate the place nice and pretty. We're gonna put a little piece of rosemary, and here we have it. Very, very simple. Remember now, whatever it is that you do, be sure to use domestic lamb. It's so much more flavorful. It doesn't have that gamey flavor than most lamb have it. It's very important to make it look pretty. And remember, that garlic is like butter. It will melt. You spread it on the bread. It's wonderful. I know you are going to enjoy it.
Lamb chops with cumin and sunflower seed vinaigrette. First, you take 16 lamb chops, 2 to 3 ounces each, marinated in 1 cup of olive oil, 8 garlic cloves, and 4 rosemary sprigs. Our vinaigrette contains 1 tablespoon of cumin seed, 4 tablespoons of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds, 1 cup of tomato concasse, 1 teaspoon fresh thyme leaves, 1/2 cup extra virgin olive oil, 2 tablespoons of hot water, 1/4 cup of grapefruit or orange juice, and salt and pepper. For our green beans, we use 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, 1/4 cup onions, 2 garlic cloves minced, 1/2 cup tomato concasse, 1/4 cup chicken stock, 3 cups of green beans, 1 tablespoon of roasted pine nuts, 1 tablespoon of Kalamata olives, and salt and pepper.